Hello everybody, some Firefire here. Welcome back to my channel. So, I've stated in a previous video that my house is getting remodeled, and my mom and I have been living in hotels for a while. We were in one that was in Brookline and one that was in Cambridge, and when we were in the Cambridge one, there was a mall, the Galleria Mall, um, right in front of the hotel we were staying at. So across the street from the hotel we were staying at. So I, me and my mom, kind of frequented that mall for a bit, and it turns out there was a Newberry Comics in the mall. Now, I I don't dislike Newberry Comics, but it's not my first. It's not the first store that I would like jump straight to. But I have been in the Newberry Comics before. Um, I usually There usually aren't Newberry Comics around me. I mean, the closest one I think, since I don't have a car, obviously I have to use public transportation. So usually when usually I go to work, and then even on my days off, I don't go out. So I don't really shop like at all those shopping stores, or go to or shopping centers. So I don't really go to Newberry Comics that much. But I have been to Newberry Comics, and I do like what I see. I've bought I've bought I if you've seen some of the videos where I talk about some of my books that I have, I bought a book about the psychology of Batman, which was very good. I liked it a lot. It was talking about the psychology of Batman and all the characters, basically, and all the supervillains, which is very good. Um, if I also bought the history of Wonder Woman, a book about the history of Wonder Woman, which which was funny because I bought this a few years before I enrolled in Southern New Hampshire's history program, and for my America World Wars class, I I did America in journalism during the World War, and I used um, Wonder Woman as I used that book as one of my references. So see how things turn out. So anyway, at Newberry Comics, obviously, if you've ever been to a Newberry Comics, you know that they're very big on nerdy stuff, and the biggest nerds on the planet, I think, right now, which is debatable, anime. Um, they have tons of anime. They have tons of figurines for anime. They have tons of vinyl that have theme songs of anime. They have tons of shirts that have anime stuff. They have notebooks that have the themes of anime. So they have a lot of anime things over there. Um, so I I don't really usually read anime. I think one anime that I I really invested my money into was Tokyo Mew Mew, and I really liked Mew Mew Power when it was on 4Kids TV, and I was kind of sad that it went off, that 4Kids didn't get to finish Mew Mew Power. But I mean, that was the dubbed version. When I was little, I was like in, I don't know, middle school when Mew Mew Power came out. So But then after a while, I don't know how long, I was in high school, I was less like, oh, no, I think I was in the beginning of college. No, no, I think because we still had like that big clunky desktop. Um, so we, me and my brother rediscovered all the anime that we used to watch that was in dub form on 4Kids, and Mimi Power was one of them. And then I realized, oh, the Mimi Power is actually called Tokyo Mimu in Japanese. So I got more into watching Tokyo Mimu, and then I started started investing in the manga, and so I like that. But the biggest, obviously, the what's the biggest fan base of manga out there? Again, debatable. Or manga or anime out there. Debatable again. It is Dragon Ball Z. Everybody knows it, whether you hate it or love it. Everyone knows it. Um, well, I don't want to say everyone. Almost everyone knows about it. So, is pretty much everyone around the world are fans of Dragon Ball Z. Almost everyone around the world. A lot of, well, or at least someone has heard of it. Um, so I, so I didn't really like Dragon Ball Z when it came out. I wasn't really a fan. I didn't really like it that much because my brother liked it a lot. Um, I think the reason why I didn't want to watch it is because he watched it, and I was like, "Why are you watching something that I don't like? We watch TV together," and and so I only wanted him to watch what I wanted to watch, but he was starting to like what he liked, so he watched that. He was sometimes watching Spanish too, so, and like, but it was nice because he tried to learn Spanish while he was watching it, but he never learned Spanish. Um, he so anyway, so when we had a GameCube, my dad did buy Dragon Ball Z Budokai, um, and I watched my brother play it. And I didn't usually never really like video games, but then when I would start watching my brother play the video games, and I would get into it. So because it looked fun, so I started playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and I got into it. I got into the story, and so then that made me do some research on Dragon Ball Z, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool. And so I'm a Dragon Ball fan now. How did that happen? I don't know. Um so, and I'm sure everyone has a lot of I'm sure everyone has one, at least one favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. Um I have always been a Yamcha fan. I know people are gonna be like, Yamcha. Before you get on me, okay, I actually do. Vegeta is actually my favorite character. He is, because I love how his journey from then to now, and it's just it's nice to see like how both of them are trying. Goku and Vegeta both are trying to become their best selves, but I feel like Goku, so for sometimes, obviously you can see like for Goku, sometimes it's just you strive to do some stuff, but sometimes it just things just come easier to people than other people. And yes, we've seen more of what Goku has gone through and like and what he's done to gain more over Vegeta, but and some could say that Vegeta may have surpassed Goku at one point, but That's not a debate. If you want to have those debates, I found there are a lot of people you can Dragon Ball people who YouTube channels like Kwamen, Masako X. I love Black and Fish, Laughing Stock Media, um, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Well, it's not really a debating channel, but which is Team 4 Star. But back to my Yamcha thing. I like Yamcha. And if you've ever seen the Dragon Ball Z abridged one where he's like where Yamcha like he gets technically they let him go from his baseball career, but the manager was like, all you do is win. And it's like, and so because it got boring because they win all the time, so and then they gave him a bunch of money after that. I was just like so happy for Yamcha. I was like, yay, Yamcha finally won. Because I just want Yamcha to win one time. And so anyways, I bought a manga from Dragon Ball from Newberry Comics, and I was very surprised when I saw this. I looked at it. I was going to look. I looked at Dragon Ball manga, and I was like, maybe I need to look at the Moro arc and Granola arc because I haven't read that, and like obviously I have to read that because when is Dragon Ball Super ever gonna? I don't know when Dragon Ball Super is ever gonna come out, so I should need to read the Moro arc and Granola arc. Um, and I just heard that the Zamasu arc is very different in the manga than in Dragon Ball Super. So, the television series. So, that's also something I want to check out. But I saw this. This really stood out to me because Yamcha. Yamcha's got his own manga series thingy. So it's called Dragon Ball. That time I got reincarnated as Yamcha, and I really like this because he's fighting the Cybermen, and it looks like he's not scared of them either. So yeah, I um I liked it a lot. Um, it was it was not made by Akira Toriyama, but it was by Dragon Garo Lee, and I liked it because it was just like what if. I like a lot of what ifs. Masako X, if you like what ifs, Masako X on his channel, he's also the voice of Gohan and Goku on Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He does a lot of what if scenarios from Goku. He has a really popular one called that has Raditz and if Raditz was wished back to life, and he has um he has a daughter called Ranch. So that's it's really nice. He even animated it, so it's nice. Well, I don't think he drew it, but he wrote the script. So I so the what if basically, I don't want to spoil all of it, but it was basically like basically the kid dies, and so there's a kid who really likes Dragon Ball, but he dies and he's reincarnated into Yamcha. And so but then it's just like but then he realizes, since he knows Dragon Ball and he wants to kind of prevent different he wants to make Yamcha stronger. So he's going to try, and I feel like in this scenario he makes Yamcha remember that, you know what, don't always focus on girls. You have one girl here, that's Bulma. Try and get her. Focus on your training, and that's how he became stronger. So, and I really like it. And also, um, so and also it's funny too, because like I feel like Chiaotzu has more of a more development of Yamcha in Chiaotzu's relationship in towards the end of the manga, and they even wonder what would we be like if we fused together, and it's hilarious. I don't know. I would like to show that. Um, Here it is. Here is a picture of Yamcha fused with Chiaotzu. And then they were just like, yeah, we're good with, yeah. And they both agreed, yeah, we probably shouldn't fuse. And then that was the end of the book. I actually, most of the mangas that I have bought are from, I got from Amazon, but actually there wasn't, I did buy a Nikira Toriyama, manga. It was Jacko the Galactic Patrolman, and that was funny manga. Like, I usually don't laugh out loud when I'm reading a book, but that made me laugh out loud. Not like ha 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 ha, but it was like that's made me breathe and scoff like that. Um but yeah, this book also made me do that too. So I think it's funny, and like if you like talking about Dragon Ball Z a lot, um in the Dragon Ball series, I recommend it. It's a good what if, and it's, yeah. If you just want to laugh, get a little laugh, and I would I would read it. So that's all I have for today. Bye.